Alright, there we go, I guess. So, hello and welcome to a live stream from Mason Bowling Center, Leominster, Mass. Candlepin Bowling. The reason why I've been doing Mason so much is it's the only local bowling alley that's open. If I were working today, I would have probably came from somewhere else. And I've never bowled, I don't recall ever bowling this far to the left of the building, number 2. I think of all these years, I've been as far as only far down as lane 4. So this is new. Also, they have redone the plates and the approaches, so the old adage that lanes 1 through 4 are ridiculously tough probably don't apply anymore. So with that being said, I didn't work today, so haven't moved that much today. We'll see how it goes. We have a slight disadvantage because this time the pin setter is rotated more towards a left-hander. Start with 8. Lovely 6. Dreaded high-low jack. Which one should I go for and miss? He's actually aiming for the left. So far, the 8's the only good thing. That's 7. Yeah, this game's already in the gutter. 6. Well, hey, if crap has to keep happening, say hello to Bob Caleri. Let's see if we can say goodbye. Hey, 2 good frames. Too bad it's too little too late. All right, halftime report, very recoverable. Started okay, then it crapped from there. 6, 7, well, they ate it. Top, another 6, then a 9. Week 36, it's possible. Need 9s and 10s. I felt the ball rotate. Bowling God's middle finger for 9. 9 helps. And there's the first I wish it was ball 2 moment. 10, again, that's still helping. Nines and 10s help. Marks even better. Eights are not going to do it. And that would be a 9. All right, to meet minimal acceptance, I need at least 8. For the casual player in a league, the average ability, again, casual candlepin bowler, is 90. People's averages fluctuate 10 points either way, typically, so 80 to 100 is good. Although, of course, the higher the better. 8 to make that mark, otherwise it's mediocrity. Sucksville, 5. And here's the pathetic truth. 9, 10, 8, which we could afford, 9, and then 5. Mediocrity, no good, 77. I would like to at least get half the games to be 80 or better, especially here. Even though they made things easier. High single 142, not done here. Done at New Palace. Low of 44 was done here. High here at Mason's is a 125. High triple, no need to worry about that one going. 325, like the high single, done at New Palace. Game number 2. Oh yeah, let's see if anybody said anything. Hello, Tom. Game number 2. Yeah, I guess this side's still a little tougher. That pin leaning on the right does count, so we got 8. Oh, there's Bob Caleri again, this time showing his other side. Bob flips us off for 9. Sucks that the pin setter is favoring the left-hander. Sucks even more is the 4 horsemen. Minimal 8. Deja vu. Went for safety, another 8. Halftime report. Boy, that thing's getting off by a link. I also believe I might have the good camera on. Yeah, I have the good camera on. How long will that last before this thing gives up on it? 8, 9, 8, 8, 8. 41, riding the minimalistic of success. The 80. So 8s will maintain, 9s, 10s better. Seven, it's not good. Stole a 10, that helps. Say it with me now. I know there's a 30-second delay. Welcome to Masons. Well, that sinks the ship. That's a 5. That may have refloated it. At least the strike streak doesn't die. Which now means it's time for... Oh, and that camera died. Oh, I think it's back. El Stinko, the bonus ball. ×2. What will the bonus be? I'm not expecting the good camera to last. It never did, even when the phone used to live stream fairly well. 2 El Stinkos. Just need a mediocre or even a somewhat lousy fill will do. Hit my leg just behind the line. Worst case, an 8. That's it. Big time. Finishing strong. 10 fill on the strike. We went from a game that was barely mid-70s to El Stinko the bonus ball. That may give us that many numbers in our score if 7 go down. Stinko does its job. 1. Well, it could have been better, but 7, 7, 10, yuck, a strike, and then the 2 bonus balls was the spare. We go from a game in the low 70s to a game that ended in 94. Now that's a good one. 1-1, game number 3. Spare start, that's good. Somebody was wondering if I've got better equipment. Nope, same phone. I just forgot to switch the camera back to the crappy one that doesn't overheat the phone. But while it's still working to some degree, I'll just let it live. Enjoy the much better than usual sharpness while it lasts with El Stinko, the bonus ball. Will it be better than a 1? El Stinko went halfway to Worcester with a 2. As Dave Madela says, when you can get a spare off a half Worcester, it's pretty when it goes. So far we have a perfect game going, and in Candlepin bowling, a perfect game is where all 10 pins are knocked down in each frame, regardless of how many balls it takes. So a minimum perfect game is 100, which some guy did last year for the first time in recorded history. The true perfect game of 300 has never been achieved. Highest score ever achieved in Candlepin is a 245, held by some guy named Sem, I always forget his first name, and Carl Sargent. I don't think we'll be hitting that, especially here. Anyway, it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be this time? El Stinko goes down the toilet with a 1. Welcome to Masons. Pretty decent game ruined. 5. Curse of the Fill. That helps. Yeah, I noticed, and I'm sure you have noticed, and I'm just bringing it up now. I saw it before I started the camera. The sweeper arm's crooked. When they took it down to repaint them blue and put them back up, it's almost like on a bike chain, like on a 10-speed. It seems to be off by a link. As long as it works. 2 will stink of the bonus balls. And now as for double strikes, I've got them at Putnam Street because it's Putnam Street, Acton Bowldrome because it's a grease pit, Ryan's Bowlaway, which was a tough place, of all places, here, and then last but not least, and you would think it would have been maybe the second place, New Palace. However, Putnam's the only place I've done it more than once. Kid Mason's, of all places, be the second. Doubt it, but let's see if we get a good bonus. El Stinko 1 stinks for leaving the 4 horsemen, but a 6 fill, yeah. And for a swoop, okay, nope. It's Masons, that's not going to happen. 7 fill is kind of a, for strike. But for the score, it's not too bad. Wasn't going for the hero shot. In Candlepin bowling, it's best to go for the points, which is the pins on the right, which is actually what I aimed at. So you say I don't suck? 8. At least that's okay. And it's time for the halftime report, and I need to bring something up that has been brought up in the regular comments of the previous live stream. Got a spare. And another spare. Unfortunately, the first ball only took out 2. And then a craptacular 5, Curse of the Fill, the first ball taking out 1. And then a strike. And the first 2 balls taking out 7, and 1 more for 8. 53. And the thing I'm mentioning is people have noticed, and I have mentioned it before, like I said in other videos, but over time, new people come on, some people might not have seen it, that every now and then you might see a little letter like that L. The L means that we have surpassed the low of 44. Now, rare occasion, if I beat the house high, in this case, if I get a 126 or better, let's say if that did happen right here, you would see the small letters HM for high Masons. Just a plain H if it's a high single. And usually I spend a little extra time making the scorecard look a little fancy and with a little character and stuff like that. 53, nothing to sneeze at. Let's see if we can keep it going. That was not left enough. Again, to prove that I suck, even if it's part-time, I aimed for the pin on the left, but still an 8. Welcome to Masons. And a 6 to make sure that things don't go well. Still looking like a decent game. Another 8. Two frames to get 5 points from minimal acceptance. So of course we missed the very helpful piece of wood, but still an 8. A little off, but that was the general direction I wanted for the spare. Oh, you know what? I never looked at comments halfway. I did not mean to alpha omega sin people if I did. And now it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball, to wrap this one up. So let's see. Again, we need 7 for that many numbers. Not 7 standing, but 7. So we only get 3. All right, that wasn't too bad of a game. Let's see, there we are. 8. Then that. 8. 8. Spare with a 3 fill from El Stinko, doing what it does best, 96. And apparently Tom's the only one that's commented. Now, if you have commented and I can respond to it, I usually do. Sometimes there's dropouts, and maybe your comment came during a dropout. That has been known to happen, but I do not intend to alpha omega sin people. And for those of you who don't know, he was a gamer that used to have a lot of respect for the community, would interact, but then he had a lot going on in his family, so a lot of unfortunate people dying left and right. But after that, and just blatant disregard for YouTube community guidelines, he, from what I understand, and this is alleged, he became a dick. Pardon the language, but that's pretty much it. So That's pretty much why it is what it is. I do not intend to ignore people. I apologize if I ever do. If I know something came across that I can actually answer. Game number 4. Oh, see lights in the back. That can't be good. Yay, goalposts! Air goalpost wood. I think it's good. Now that's a dumb luck spare because it went nowhere where I was trying. But it went anyway. Dumb or not, I'll take it. So it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be this time? Can we get a good one on a spare? I guess the answer will not happen. El Stinko stinks with a 1. I don't think they did as much work here. It's not acting like further down. Curse of the Fill, how else would it be? That's a 5. Well, the thing I can do now is go for the Emily. That's nothing in ball 1 and everything in 2. Seven. Middle finger with a cap that probably would have prevented it from going down anyway. 9. Get it, 8. Halftime report. Spare. Curse of the Fill with a lousy 5. First ball only taking 1. 7 just to keep the insult to keep going. Another 9 and an 8. At the bottom end with 40. on to that one too long. Saved it. The kingpin remains for 9. Sevens aren't helping. On the other hand, 9s will help. Of course, it's only helping to make minimum. The worst thing for a right-hander, half Worcester right. Once again, the kingpin stands alone. 9, once again, is helpful. All right, I need 6 in this final frame to make minimal acceptance. Seven. All right, Operation Minimal Acceptance completed. 9, 7, 9, 9, 7. Barely in there with 81. Does the AC work in here? Game number 5. Once I do this little thing, still shows nobody. Game 5. Start with 9. Yeah, they were right. Even with the improvements, I've heard beforehand that lanes 1 through 4, they're extremely brutal and they typically don't hold competitions here. I mean, actually they do, and the scores are typically pretty low. Time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. All the spare ones stunk. Every single spare one stunk. Will this be different? Welcome to Masons. 4, 6, 8. El Stinko, like all the other spare El Stinkos, stunk. 2. No curse of the fill this time. Half time. I'm surprised that camera has not completely quit yet. It quit for a moment, came back. 9 and 8. Spare 10. Unfortunately, the first that fell were only 2 and an 8. 47. What could have been if any spare El Stinko the bonus balls were any good. Right where I wanted it. Right where I needed it. Well, since they all stink to high heaven, let's see what this El Stinko the bonus ball from a spare will be. Well, it stunk more for the leave than the fill. A helpful 6 for a change. Leaving the right diamond, or for those of you that play 10-pin, dinner bucket. That's why I say at least touch it. Something, so we can get an 8 instead of a 7. Screwed. Did you see that? It was hesitating, then it decided to right itself. And then the wood goes to the left and not take it out. Still in a... Two frames to go. 10 to hit the smack dab middle of average skill. If that were only ball 2, 10. The second ball, I rotated it before I released it, and that's why I went and got it. A mark or a clean plate will give me that many digits in the score. And an 8. All right, we got the spare. First ball knocking 68 down for the fill. And that 8, 9, 10, 8, 98. Making a homemade AMF 80, says the mini AMF bowler. Hello and welcome Car Wash Lover 2020. How many games? I try to fill if I can. Right now it will be game 6 or halftime once it's done. I try to fill the sheet where I go. New Palace and Brian's Bowl Away, their sheets have 10 games, so I bowl 10. Here and a few other places I can't remember, like Harvard, they have 12, so I do 12. Putnam Street, their computer forces you to quit at 18 games. I usually go for that. Sometimes it gets so busy they need the lanes and get rid of the guy making the money. Well, you know, it is what it is. And at 2:26 Eastern Daylight Time, this is typically the dead point even before the coronavirus. And then it fills up again around 3-ish or so. Game number 6, after it's halftime. No Emily. So the best we can do is 10. Kingpin is all by itself for 9. Take 8. Yeah, they were right. The first 4 lanes here are nasty. Nasty tough. Even after they did all the refurb. I'd buy that wood for the spare. Perfect shot. That means it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Hopefully we'll get a second spare El Stinko that, at least score-wise, does not. Put that in the meh category of week 4. It still props the score up. I didn't want to break the bowling god's middle finger. 9. Again, kissed another one gently for 8. And here's the halftime report. 9, 8. Spare, 9. First ball only knocking down the 4. And then an 8. Pretty decent 48. For the 10. that's why when one of the four horsemen bow out, it's not always good. Niner. Two frames to get three to make minimums. If I got that one, I would have had 3 10s in a row, and on this channel, that's a microwave turkey dinner. Well, at least we didn't have any stink frames yet. 5 is close. There. I need 8 to hit smack middle of average. Welcome to Masons. Oh, that's about as good as you can get. Worst case is an 8. We'll take 9. Alrighty. We got a 10. Another 10. 1 point from the microwave turkey dinner with a 9. Then the 5. But then another 9. 91. Alright. Minimal acceptance day is 1 more game of 80 or above in the last 6. We've had the great collapse, the great performance collapse, where everything literally crap the bed at this point. Halftime report. Be back in a moment, and then clean the bowl. Alrighty. My high score is 170, but that would be 10 pin car. Still, that for me that would be pretty impressive because my highest in 10 pin is 161. My high here in Candlepin is 142. Which, when you do the math, compare it to 10 pin, it's equivalent to getting like a 224. It's because average skill is 90 in Candlepin and average skill for 10 pin is 150 based on respective Congress's data on casual leagues, not competitive or professional. Second half, number 7. It's best if it went left, it would guarantee 2. So that's 8. Could have been worse. 7. Perfect, exactly where I wanted it to go. I love it when I aim for a spot, the ball actually goes there, and it does what I expect. That being thank you, Chris. It's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? With the exception of one, they all stunk in terms of the spares. One was weak, but helpful, being a 4. Yeah, I can't, well, there's only one good spare fill, and this is not it. Week 4, still it helps. So the fill, it's a lousy 5. Covered with an inch. time. 8, 7, spare. 5, the first 4 from that ball. 8. Low end, 42. Down she goes, it's a 7. I think this game will be jump. That's a 7. Need 8s minimum. 9s and 10s help, and of course marks with any fill will help. Bit to the left, but still right. Like I said, a mark with any fill will help, even if it's the dreaded goose egg. But we're looking for a second good El Stinko, the bonus ball from the spare. We had a couple that were okay, but we want something good. Even if that last pin didn't fall, it would have still been categorized as good. 7 fill on a spare, not bad. So I've made it into the bottom end of average. All right, 8 of them will get us smack dab in the middle of average. Plan B for the spare. Not exactly where I was going, but it worked. That means El Stinko, the bonus ball, ends this game. And if we can get 8, how many digits? Highly doubt it, because the best spare fill we've had was a 6. Mediocre 5, but who cares? Alrighty. Yuck. Yuck again. Spare with a okay fill and a 9. Finally, no curse of the fill. Then the spare and a meh fill. It's okay. Call it decent enough. And the game was a 97. Let's see how much battery life there is in it. If anybody said anything. Alright. 28%. Time to plug this thing in and watch the camera quit, because it does not like to work when it's charging. Especially the good camera, which for some reason has actually stayed working. It hiccuped at least once that I've seen. And I was ready to change it over when it decided to behave. Game 8. At the end of each frame, I another spare start. Oh yeah, it hates being plugged in. Once again, time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? And in this return, at least all 4 balls come back. Like any spare ball, pretty much all El Stinkos have stunk, outside of a few refill. Almost through. The wood's moving. We gotta wait for it to stop. Take 8. Okay, something happened there. Either way, because it was a fairly delivered ball, it counts. That's when you hold onto it ever so slightly longer to get the left side, the 10. And a 7. ship sinks, it's a 5. Halftime report. Spare, lousy fill. Then knock down 5 more with the other 2 balls to get 8. 10. The ship is sinking with a 7 and a 5. But the 43 is okay. 8s maintain, 9s and 10s are better. And of course, marks, you know the 0 fill even better. All right, the 8 that I aimed for happened. The 9 was a surprise. Too full. Niner. Perfect, but Masons, yeah, still, even with the refurb, the infamous nastiness of the first few lanes rears its ugly head. 2 frames in which to get 10 for the barely acceptable. And there's the 10. So far, the strike fills have been decent at worst. Hammer, says Michael. I'll break the tradition and look at the comments now. Hammer, strike, says Casey McCool. Hello, Casey. Has Dave said anything about New Palace yet? No. I've even told him how Mark Ritchie's doing his thing, so I can't see how Dave can't have at least 24 people there, if he can do that. I don't know what he's doing. He's been enjoying life so far. I think he's going to wait till the fall to do something. Anyway, 2 El Stinko the bonus balls, and I'm still surprised the good camera is still working. Let's see what they add up to. Yeah. 6 fill at the least. El Stinko 2. And that's what we're getting. Lousy for a strike, but for the score, it ain't too bad. 108. Alrighty. And the camera, well, it finally happened. No, what are we doing? What are we doing? Alright, I did not ask for whatever the heck happened. Too much. Too much. Too much. Littler. Just a hair smaller. Just a hair. I missed those streams during quarantine. I don't think the camera's working. So we're gonna have to go to the El Crapo one. Okay, come on. Down, down, down. Not that down. Okay, I know it's not the best, but it works. All right, so 9, 9, 9, strike, 8. First two balls knocking down 6, 94. I think maybe we can afford slightly more. That works. I missed the streams during quarantine. I miss doing them too. So game number 9. It's Mason's wobblies won't go. Decent 8 start. King remains for the 9. It took till the 9th frame for the first stinker to happen. That's a 4. This tie's the worst game. There's another I wish it was ball 2 moment. That's the second worst. Saved it. Got a 9 out of the Kaliri. Halftime report. 8, 9, that, 10, and 9. At the very bottom end of skill with 40. And might as well repeat this because, like I said, people jump in and out. High single 142 done at New Palace. Low 44 done here. My high here at Mason's is a 125. High triple, not even remotely close, 325. You'll see if you stick to the end and we recap the scores of all the 12 games. Lobbing a little bit, although not past the line. 8s maintain, 9s and 10s are better. And down goes the ship with a 7. They all can't be in the 80s at least, can they? All right, 9 makes up for that 7. Need 16 in these 2. Nine's help. I can afford a 7. squeak that one out. Eight, 7, then 9, 7. Barely acceptable with 80. I think it still also is that physically I'm still not used to doing 12 games. But if I'm not hurting, I'm trying. That's the end of the third quarter. Game number 10. Just barely. All right, Elisa. I miss. Oh yeah, that's quarantine one. Okay, so get the spare. It's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Only one of them for a spare was good. No, two. I mean, they weren't the greatest, but they were good. Actually, I think one of them. Yeah, one was good. Two were decently good, and the rest were a bit weak or sucked. Let's see where this goes. Probably the latter. Good. All right, doable if you're good, but a 7 fill. That is good. Highest so far. Doesn't mean anything at this early stage. Then again, look who's trying. Too little, too late. Out of 10. Thought it was going to miss. Went for the points and got them. There's the 8 again. Halftime report. Spare 8. First ball taking 7. 10. 8. 8. Some lousy starts, but ending with decency. 51. And a 6. Decent game, starting to go to hell. That's a 7. Two frames to get 8 to meet minimal expectations. And there they are. Either way, it would be 9. My leg again, that's a 9. Alrighty. And like I always do, I believe that after the final 2 games, now with my sweat and everything, we clean the balls again. Alright, we've already recovered 6, lovely. 8, another lovely 7, 9, and a 9. We squeaked, we squeaked by Oh, that should be 90 and I put 80. That should be 90. I didn't barely squeak by that one. Like I said, because of, sweat buildup and time once again to clean bowling balls. Okay. Game number 11. That would have been a better ball too, because it wouldn't have been a dead-on hit. Hey. Might have got a spare if that were the case. Finally a mark. It's once again time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Bob Caleri and a friend behind the 3-pin. That's a 4. So I only think 2 El Stinkos on a spare were any good. Couldn't put paper between the ball and the pin. That's enough. Right where I wanted it to be. 9-pin remains for that many points. Here's the halftime report. 8. Spare. 9. First ball only knocking down the 4. 9. 8. Decent 48.5. Was going for the fatter pin. That time I got it. And with less help. I wouldn't say no, because if I aimed way off to the right and capped it, it might have also happened. Time for El Stinkle the bonus ball. What will the bonus be this time? Said only if 2 or 3 of them were any good. The strikes were pretty good. All right, that's an okay fill. Some wood that could probably make that less of a nightmare. That already puts me in good territory. Of course, it has to be curse of the fill most of the time. Sticks. Five to hit smack dab middle of average. Middle finger remains for now. Alrighty. 8. 8. Another curse of the fill, because it's typically how it happens. Spare with 6 in the next frame, first 5 in the first ball. 9, 94. So the question is, will there be one stinker on the sheet, or will it end like it usually does in a whimper and there'll be 2? Let's find out. I'm going to clean my hands again. The king had his wood buddies hold him up for 9. Say it with me now. Welcome to Masons. And 6. Second worst game so far. That's exactly where I wanted that ball to go. Spare. Now this fill, if it wants to, can totally right the ship. It's all up to El Stinko, the bonus ball. Which today, for the most part, has almost always failed us. That is a weak 4. Amazingly, where I am at 3 is usually the better half of the score sheet, but it's actually one of the lowest, which is weird. Because it means a lot of the first halves were pretty good. King remains for 9, so there's no curse of the fill there. All right, an 8. Final half. 9, 6. Spare. 9, First ball only taking out the 4 and the 8. A decent 46. Eight. It went in the gutter, so that's 8. Three frames to get 8 for minimum acceptance. Now we need 13. It was easier to go for the 2 on the right because if I were a little off, I had a better chance of hitting at least 1. So that's it. Need 5 to just make it. Oh, good news is there's the 5. Bad news is, hey, we haven't got a spread eagle, but we've been getting those. And on a sour note like we always do. 7. Well, it made it, but it's not the best. Pair of 8s. 5. Last good thing. 7. 82. So here's the recap. We start with a lovely 77 below. 94. 96. 81. 98. 91. 97. 94. 80. 90. 94. 82. So let's see, 1, 2, 3 games in the 80s, 1 in the 70s. So that means the other 8 were in the 90s. Not bad, especially for Masons. Thank you, Chris Allen. Yeah, it's true, even with the refurb, they always say that if you want to play for points, you never play in the first 4 lanes. And I've heard that from many people. Even with the refurb, it's now, these 4 lanes are like how the rest of them used to be. And now the rest of them are just plain hard, and these are just insanely hard instead of impossible. So that'll be it from Mason's, Leominster, Massachusetts. This is George F551 saying hope you enjoyed and have a good one.